All right, we are live. Gardner here. It is Saturday, and this is a Fun Fact Friday on Saturday because it drives me freaking bananas when I forget to do something. And it was in my calendar yesterday, and I actually had a brain fart and woke up today. I'm like, fuck, I didn't do my Fun Fact Friday yesterday. Shit like that drives me crazy. That's a little fun fact for you. Anyway, little insight into me, and this share is about music, and it's about me being a Queensryche fanatic. Queensryche. Some of my community are going, who? What? Huh? Queensryche is a band that came out of Seattle before it was cool to come out of Seattle, right? Before the whole grunge movement came out. So you had Heart that came out of Seattle, and then you had Queensryche in a sense. So yeah, I love music, as most of you know, and I love my vast array of music that I listen to each and every day. And at the end of the day, of course, I'm a rock and roll guy. I'm a rocker, specifically, things that move me with deep lyrics, thoughts, stuff that's really well structured. So Queensryche is a hey, Carla, hi. Queensryche is a progressive metal band back in the day, and I use the term metal loosely because they're really not metal. And I know people are going to debate me on that, but they're not metal. It's just Rush and U2 with maybe a little bit more edge, and a lead singer who is arguably one of the lead singer who is arguably one of the echelon of lead vocalists in that genre, Jeff Tate. So anyway, I found myself one summer coming across a music video that didn't seem like anything I've ever seen before in terms of, it was this whole story concept and a nun and a priest and an underground revolution and murder and who killed Sister Mary. It was this big thing back in the day. And it was a kind of this worldwide phenomenon. And it just like, it was deep. It was deep. So I got into it. And of course, this is all in my book, but like everything I do, I go all in. So I went out and bought, at that time, they had 1, 2, 3, 4 albums out already. And so I went and just dove in, and I was like, whoa, this is not, drinking beer on a Saturday night type of lyrics. So very conceptual. And so anyway, I became a Queensryche junkie. I was obsessed with the band. Specifically Jeff and his vocals. I moved to New York. I used to fantasize when I was in university about meeting the band and all that. And so in New York, the universe delivered. And then I actually started to tour around with the band. So I was kind of like a groupie / roadie, me and my best man, Dave, who was also a huge fan at the time. Like, we would drive around New England and follow them to the shows, and we'd go backstage. So we were backstage at all the shows. So I got to meet the band quite often, and they all knew who I was, which was kind of cool. Specifically Jeff, who I just felt kind of this kindred connection with, and so I got to meet Jeff and his wife, and so I became friends with Jeff and his wife, and they would always make a point to acknowledge me after the shows and talk. And at one point, actually, it was really cool in New York. I was doing my own independent film, a full-length feature film that I was directing and producing and all that. And Jeff gave me permission to use one of his solo songs for the opening to the film. So that was something that was really cool. Fun fact, I actually have a Queensryche tattoo on my lower leg. Who knew? It's the cover of the Promised Land album, and it's kind of ironic because here I am now living in the Pacific Northwest, where they're from, and the album cover is their band insignia, if you will, on a totem pole, carved totem pole. So I have a chunk of that on my lower left leg. So yeah, there you go, Queensryche. And then when I moved to LA, I actually ran into them one more time, and that's what prompted this, because I was doing rewrites in my book, as you all know, and I was rewriting the specific scene where it was my second year in LA, and I literally walked. I had a 90-second walk across the street from the condo unit to Starbucks, to the plaza, and I pulled up my chair, had my morning venti dark roast sitting there. I look over, and here comes the band just walking in. And Jeff stops. He's with his wife, Susan, and Jim, or he was out of the blue. I was like, Jeff. So that was kind of a nice, a full circle moment. And yeah, that was the last time I actually saw them. I moved up north, and just, I still listen to the music, of course. I still follow. The band's changed now. There's some new members. Jeff has left, so I still follow Jeff and Susan and yeah. Well, actually, one of my things is Jeff does a lot of backstage travel passes. So he goes like Scotland and Ireland, and I think I'm going to sign up for one of those trips coming up soon and reconnect to another musical icon in my story. So that's what I wanted to share about Fun Fact Friday on Saturday. Music is my life, and Queensryche was a huge, and is a huge part of that sonic tapestry of who I am. All right. Mad love to the courageous. Talk soon.